Hello, everyone. I'm Ra, a software engineer here at Genesys, and I would like to share in this DevDrop how to use Amazon API Gateway to invoke Genesys Cloud APIs. And this is part 7, API Gateway with CXS code. So similar to the Genesys Cloud CLI, we'll be setting it up to invoke the API Gateway. So on an overview of the CXS code, so CXS code is a configuration management tool that allows you to define Genesys Cloud configuration objects like queues, skills, users, etc. in plain old text files, and then apply that configuration across multiple Genesys Cloud organizations. It is ideally suited for use in a CI/CD deployment pipeline, and CXS code runs on top of Terraform. So if you haven't watched the video in the Genesys Cloud CLI with the API gateway, you'll be needing these parameters again. So the host name, the port number, the protocol, um, the username and password is optional if you have configured that for your API gateway. And lastly, the gateway path parameters, which is conditionally optional. You'll be needing the login path and set it up in the API gateway if you're authenticating via the authorization creds, particularly the client credentials, which is likely that you'll be needed with the CXS code. So with the CXS code, with the versions 1.5, 3.0 or greater, it's very easy for you to configure the API gateway in the CXS code. It's easy as adding another object, which is the gateway. So in the gateway, by adding it in the Genesys Cloud provider, you just need the 6 things that I've mentioned, which is the host, port, protocol, the username, password, and the path params. So I'll be showing it to you here. So I have a playground of the Terraform. So in here, I have the provider already, and I have a resource here, which is a user, just a test of the CXS code. And within the provider of the Genesys Cloud, I have set up the gateway, which is a host, port, protocol, and then the path params for the login. So let's just try and, modify this user. Let's say let's modify it to test department 2, save it, and then let's make a Terraform plan with this one. And yeah, as you can see that there is some changes. And let's try to apply it. Oop, there's some crashes, but let's just try it again. Yep. Yes, let's apply this one. And yeah, as you can see, the changes is applied, and we can actually check the logs from here if it does something. So as you can see, I think this is one. Yep, we did some. Yeah, we did some calls with the Terraform one because it gets some information about the user. And I think with some latest logs, yep, we made some modifications. No, still get. I'm actually trying to find the call that modifies. No, this is already, but it's a proof that it's been already modified. trying to find it. This is the one that gets token. This is get. Yeah, this is still the test department one. I think this is one. Yeah, this one. This is the patch one. And this is the one that modifies the user and its successes. You can see here in the log that it changes the department, uh, which is a proof that the CXS code passes through to the API gateway, then to the Genesys Cloud API. So yeah, that is very simple as it is for CXS code. And then on the next part, we'll try to show it in our SDKs, particularly with the JavaScript SDK. So I'll see you in the next video.